In today's video, we're going to be going over the best cards at every position in Madden 25 Ultimate Team, basically showing you guys the best team that you can run in the game right now. Now, you're going to notice a lot of Zero Chill and Ghost of Mutt cards on this list. Again, these are the best players in the game right now, and we're not going to get any more Zero Chill or Ghost of Mutt free ability players, so until the 9th of January, this video will be pretty much valid as the best cards in the game. But let's go ahead and get to the video. Let's go ahead and start this list off with the O-line. For left tackle, we do have Jake Matthews right here. 94 LTD actually is a very, very solid card. Again, really good stats all around, but because of the free abilities, Andrew Whitworth is going to get my #1 spot as the best left tackle in the game. He's going to get 2 free ability slots, so running edge protector for free, and then either secure protector or threat detector. Again, you could run anything on this, but being able to get 2 free abilities, especially the best abilities in the game, makes you definitely the best left tackle in the game. And he's got pretty good stats too: 95 strength, 96 pass block, 93 run blocking. He also is 6'7", just a great left tackle. Again, if abilities didn't matter, I'll go ahead and put Jake Matthews at #2, but with abilities right now, Andrew Whitworth is going to be your guy. At left guard, we have 93 overall Ghost of Mutt Joel Bitonio. Again, left guard position still pretty good. We have Quentin Nelson down here, who you could argue, Larry Allen. After that, there's a pretty big drop off, but Joel Bitonio obviously has great stats. And again, you're going to get those good free abilities for free. There's really not much to say here on the O-lineman. If you didn't want to use a Ghost of Mutt card and you're looking for non-free ability players, Larry Allen will be your guy though. Larry Allen still has very, very good stats. And I actually think he would be better than Joel Bitonio when these abilities melt. But right now, Joel Bitonio is going to be the #1 left guard in the game. At center, we do have a couple options here. Center is a pretty good position in Mutt right now. Creed Humphrey, though, is definitely going to be my pick. Not only does he have good stats, as you can see, comparing him to like Alex Mack or Bruce Matthew. I mean, he still has good stats and everything, but he's also going to get those free abilities. He only has 1 free ability slot, but at the end of the day, he's an O-lineman. 1 free ability is still a free ability. I'll definitely take that. You don't really need 2 free abilities on your O-lineman. I'll try and go fast with the O-lineman. At right guard, it's really either going to be between Chris Lindstrom and Tristan Colon. Chris Lindstrom, though, just has way better stats. I don't even know how these cards are the same price. I'm going to go Chris Lindstrom, though, and he also will have 2 free ability slots. So you can get Nasty Streak post up and then pair that with something else as well for free. And then for right tackle, not really a lot of options here. We're going to go with Lane Johnson, the really only Zero Chill option, other than if you maybe subbed somebody over at right tackle or took a 90 overall. But Lane Johnson's going to be your best bet. Solid stats all around, 6'6". Only 1 free ability slot, but that's perfectly fine with me. Edge protector, pass protector, or any other ability you might choose. These are definitely the best linemen at their position. Obviously, if you wanted to like move them around, if you wanted to move Creed Humphrey over to right guard, you could, vice versa, any other way. But at their respective position, these are definitely the best cards. Now, moving on to tight end, I did make a top 10 tight end video. If you guys missed that video and are interested, go watch that video. But the #1 tight end, in my opinion, is going to be Brock Bowers. Now, I know this is very debatable, though, because this George Kittle has good blocking. So, honestly, I would not be mad if you said George Kittle's the best tight end in the game. And I wouldn't even be mad if you said Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the game. Those 3, in my opinion, are the best. Brock Bowers is going to be the best pass-catching tight end in the game, I think. If we wanted the best run-blocking tight end, though, George Kittle is definitely the best. So, depending on the scheme, but even if you're running multiple tight end set, George Kittle coming into the game to block is great. And in my opinion, if you wanted the second best pass catching tight end in the game, Travis Kelce's your guy. I'm pretty sure he's the only tight end in the game with route tech right now. So if you wanted to, you could even run him at tight end 1. Again, this is pretty interchangeable. These 3 guys are very, very elite. Brock Bowers and George Kittle are going to get very similar abilities, but George Kittle's going to have better run blocking. The only problem I see with this George Kittle card is he has pretty low pass catching stats, but honestly, it's not really going to change much. I do believe Brock Bowers is the best, though. Card's 2 million coins. It makes sense. I think he's the best. But again, this is all debatable. You could run any of these 3 guys and probably still have one of the best teams in the game. Before I go to wide receivers, halfback, and quarterback, we're going to go ahead and get fullback out of the way. Honestly, we have some good fullbacks in the game right now. William Perry, though, is obviously the best. This card is a beast, by the way. 95 speed, 97 strength, 97 carrying, 97 trucking. Just a crazy fullback card, even a running back card if you wanted to run him at running back. He gets bruiser for free, and then you could also run honorary lineman on him for free. Just a crazy fullback card. Definitely the best fullback in the game right now. And now for the wide receivers, man. The wide receivers are definitely the hardest to rank in this game. There are so many great wide receivers in Madden 25 Ultimate Team right now. We got so many Zero Chill Ghost of Mutt cards like Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Jamar Chase. We even got a Tyreek Hill, which I feel like went under the radar. We have a Tom Brady wide receiver, Mike Evans, Deion Sanders. But a card that's always going to play great for me is going to be Calvin Johnson. Now, you can say this card's not the best, He hits 90 threshold on every stat. He's 6'5". He's got 95 speed. Only 300,000 coins. I definitely think he's one of the best receivers in MUT. I know for MUT Gauntlet, we have this DK Metcalf. He doesn't get any free good abilities. He only has 94 speed too, which is very surprising. But for wide receiver 2, honestly, I think I'm going to pick Brian Thomas Jr. just because of the stats. He's also going to get 2 free ability slots. But if you did want all your receivers to get route tech, I would take Brian Thomas Jr. out, and I would probably go with Jamar Chase or Malik Neighbors because they both have route tech. But honestly, you don't need route tech on every receiver in the game. I think Brian Thomas Jr. has better stats, and he's a little bit taller than Malik Neighbors. So he would be my wide receiver 2. At wide receiver 3, man, you could either go the Julio Jones card when upgraded. He's going to have 95 speed. Great card, by the way, Julio Jones. You could either run him. There's CeeDee Lamb, too, which is a great option with 95 speed. There truly are so many good wide receivers. Like, you really can't mess up the wide receiver position. If you just go by overall and go by Zero Chill or Ghost of MUT, you're going to have one of the best in the game. At my 3, I'm going to put Jamar Chase. Pretty elite team right here. I mean, you could definitely argue so many wide receivers, man. Like, if you wanted to, even this new Braylon Edwards card, you could probably argue him in one of the best receivers in MUT right now. But abilities wise, these 3 probably are the best. At halfback, I'm going to go with Darren McFadden, to be honest. At halfback right now, I do think he's the best. At close second, I think, is Vic, because Vic is very similar in stats and he has a higher break tackle with 96. When these abilities melt and boost end, I think Chris Johnson is the best in the game. But right now, I think it's Darren McFadden. He's going to get Bruiser for 0 AP. He also gets Route Tech for 0 AP, which is great for a running back, to be honest. Because if you guys do play like competitive Madden, if you're playing competitive games, you know you need your halfback on routes at all times, basically. Again, a lot of great running backs in MUT right now. Vic, McFadden, A-Chain probably won't even play bad. Sean Alexander, I know, is great. Cordell Stewart is great too. There's honestly, bro, there's so many cards in this game. Any of the free ability cards are going to play great, but these are my 2 right here, McFadden and Vic. Again, Vic is going to be a little bit slow on the Excel side, better carrying stats, better break tackle. If you want a high Excel, Darren McFadden will definitely be your guy with 98 and also 96 speed. And at quarterback, I only think there's 2 right now that you can run. Arguably 3, but my number 1 is Josh Allen right now. You're going to get the abilities. You got Gunslinger. You got Pass Lead Elite for free, Master Tactician for free. My stack is Gunslinger, Pass Lead Elite, and then I run Master Tac. Another card with the same abilities would be Patrick Mahomes. This card's very similar. Just has worse hot route adjustments in my opinion, but both pretty good cards. Josh Allen, I think, is superior. If you wanted to argue, you could also argue Robert Griffin III as being the best. I still think Josh Allen's better, though. I think this right here is the best offense you can get in MUT right now. If I was playing against this offense, bro, I probably would quit because there's no way I'm beating this team. This team is actually insane. Again, up until that Zero Chill promo dies, man, this will be the best team in the game, best offense in the game. We still have the defensive side of the ball, but again, best offense right here in my opinion. Let me know what you would change about the offense in the comments. But let's go ahead and get over to the defense. Now, for the defensive side of the ball, free safety. Let's go ahead and start off with free safety. We do have Ed Reed, which is a great card at 5'11". My personal favorite, though, probably would be Isaiah Palamau. Ed Reed is going to get 2 free abilities, which I can see why you would say he's better than this card. But him being 6'4", I do think he's slightly better. Stats-wise, also look like they favor Palamau. With abilities, he only gets 1 slot free. He also doesn't get deep out zone KO, but deep in zone KO is perfectly fine for my scheme. Again, it all depends on scheme, but for a zone scheme, deep in zone KO on my free safety, that's what I'm looking for. Palamau fits that perfectly. But again, if you're running a different scheme and you want better abilities, Ed Reed will be your guy at 5'11", because he actually does get deep in, deep out, and he also gets film study for 0 AP, which could be a pretty good ability, honestly, at this point in the game. So more abilities, Ed Reed, better stats, Palamau, both great cards depending on what kind of scheme you want to run. At right outside linebacker, again, if you want your right outside linebacker to rush your quarterback, maybe you would go with a card like Kyle Van Noy. If you want to, someone who could drop into coverage, Rob Gronkowski might be your guy. Gronk's obviously not going to be a great card to rush the quarterback, but he does get Lurk Artist. He's going to get mid-zone KO. He's going to get flat zone KO. He's going to get defensive rally. He even gets edge threat for free. He gets a lot of good abilities for free, but he doesn't have the best edge rushing stats. If you wanted more of an edge rusher, I would go Kyle Van Noy, though, who's going to get the stack of double or nothing and edge threat for free. Again, I think this is all personal scheme, though. Me personally, I would probably go Gronk, but Kyle Van Noy definitely is the better rusher. For middle linebacker here, I'm going to go Jimmy Graham at middle linebacker 1, and then middle linebacker 2, I will go Luke Kuechly. I think these two are the best in the game right now. 6'7", middle linebacker Jimmy Graham, and then Luke Kuechly at 6'3". Gonna get the best abilities in the game with Lurk Artist, obviously, on both of them. And then Kuechly has mid-zone KO, and I'm pretty sure Graham has mid-zone KO too. Graham actually has a lot more abilities. He does have mid-zone KO. He's got medium route KO. He's even got outside shade and deep route KO and short route KO. So Graham's great card as well. I think these two are definitely your best option when it comes to the middle linebacker position. Again, there are a lot of new cards though, you could argue. This Brian Bosworth we got today probably is one of the best when it comes to just no abilities for free, but right now these two are definitely going to be your guys. At left outside linebacker, a free card, I think it's still Sean Taylor. To be honest, I think this card's still the best left outside linebacker in the game with 95 speed. Obviously not a quarterback rusher though, so if you want someone who can drop into coverage, Sean Taylor's your guy, just like Gronk. If you want someone who can rush the quarterback, I think you go for a guy like Jalen Phillips. So it just depends on scheme. Again, but these four guys up here, man, this is a crazy lineup right here. And you guys probably already know who's that strong safety. We have Calvin Johnson, 94 overall. Again, gonna get all the KOs you need. I mean, look at all these abilities, one step ahead even, which is crazy, man. Card can play man, card can play zone. The best safety. This is a golden ticket card for sure, man. I just can't believe this card is even real. The only bad thing about this card is the tackling and pursuit, but this, honestly, even when these abilities melt, this card's gonna be used so much. Crazy card. For backup strong safety, I would probably just go with Kyle Hamilton. Again, he's gonna get all those good abilities you need as a strong safety, and he's got really good stats too. 6'4". Definitely a very good card. These are definitely all the best cards at their position right now, and then obviously these two, depending on scheme, could be different for you guys. Before I get into the cornerbacks, I'm honestly gonna do the D line first. For right ends, I did make a video of the best edge rushers. I have Myles Garrett ahead of Aiden Hutchinson, but they're both great cards, man. It's so hard to argue who's better. They both get great abilities. One has higher excel than the other. Like Myles Garrett only has 89 excel, and then Aiden Hutchinson has 97. So if you're looking for speed, maybe go Aiden Hutchinson. But if you're looking for better block shed and strength, Myles Garrett's definitely your guy. And they're both going to get that edge threat, double or nothing, stack. I mean, just beautiful cards. For left ends, a little bit weaker, but we do have like cards like Reggie White over here still. Like right now, you definitely got to go with Mark Gastineau and Javon Curse as the best left ends in the game. Stats wise, bro, Julius Peppers and Reggie White, I think clear these cards with stats. For right now, I'm going to put Mark Gastineau. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Mark Gastineau at left end, number 1 in the game. That could surprise a lot of people. Again, Julius Peppers, Reggie White, they don't disappoint either. Abilities wise, Julius Peppers does get edge threat for 1 AP. So honestly, I'll put Julius Peppers at 1. But if you want to argue with these zero chill, these are all great options. Either one of these 4 right here, or honestly all 5 of these cards are definitely some of the best cards in the game. Defensive tackle, honestly, I'm going to go with T'Vondre Sweat at my defensive tackle number 1. This card literally lives in the backfield. He gets inside stuff. He gets edge threat. He gets double or nothing. It's defensive rally, run stopper, unpredictable, secure tackler. Definitely one of the best. And then at defensive tackle 2, I'll go Dexter Lawrence, who again gets literally basically the identical abilities to T'Vondre Sweat. Great stats on this Lawrence card as well. And he's an LTD, basically a rental. But obviously these LTDs are going down right now because it's almost the 9th of January. Let's go ahead and skip to cornerback though. At cornerback number 1, man, I'm gonna go with this Christian Gonzalez because the amount of times I played this card and he's perfect, man. As a man corner and a zone corner, he's gonna get all the man KOs, all the zone KOs. So one of the best cards in the game, definitely. I would put him there. If you were to run a zone scheme, I would put Randy Moss at cornerback 2. And then at cornerback 3 for a zone scheme. Again, if we're talking zone scheme, it would probably be Peppers or Kraus. I've heard Peppers doesn't play that good, so I'll go Paul Kraus. These are definitely like the best zone corners. But if we were to go man and you want to run a man scheme, oh my God, I even forgot about Cooper DeJean. I would probably put Cooper DeJean and Randy Moss in there. I mean, there's so many stacks you could do. For man-to-man, Ted Hendricks is definitely going to be your guy. 6'7", he's going to get all the route KOs for man coverage. Again, that's if you run man, which is kind of hard to run this year. Definitely a little bit harder. And then honestly, I think for man, I'd go Cromartie. This card, 95 speed, 94 man coverage, 96 jumping, 95 excel. Is going to get the route KOs you need. He even gets inside and outside shade for free. This is the best card at every position, so we're going to go with man and zone corners. I think Cooper DeJean, Christian Gonzalez, and in my opinion, Randy Moss are definitely your top 3 guys. I think this defense is the best you can put together in MUT right now. Obviously, it's all Ghost and MUT cards, but you guys could expect that right now. I'm not going to forget punter. Punter, we're going to have Tom Brady. Kicker, we're going to have Justin Tucker. Just two of the best cards at the position. But yeah, man, that's going to do it for today's video. It's even funny seeing the price of this lineup is 35 million coins. That's insane. But I think this is easily the best card at every position. Let me know down in the comments what you would change. I'm definitely open to criticism, and I could definitely see your point on why a card's better than the other. Again, this list is made until January 9th. Once January 9th hits and these cards are basically dead, don't come in the comments saying this card's better than that one because the abilities are not free anymore. But right now, because of free abilities, these are definitely the best. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like this video as it helps me out, and then subscribe to my channel because I like to post Madden content daily. And if you like Madden content, this is the perfect channel for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.